They can see that passion in you, okay? But if you go, hey, here, try this, you know, and there's nothing to it, or hey, my friend got into this, I'm into this, I don't really know that much about it. Is anybody going to go with you on that? Mm-hmm. No. But do you know how many times I see that happen? I do home events, I see it happen all the time. And I'll say, how do you know Joe? Well, you know, I just kind of met him, you know, and he said, I was working in the mall at a kiosk, and he said, hey, I got a business opportunity, why don't you come over? And I go, do you know anything about it? No. Do you know why you're here? No. I talked to a girl today, she got invited to a party from another company. Hey, it's a party. It wound up being something else from another company. She didn't know what the hell, why am I here? You can't do that. If you have to lie, you're doing it wrong. Okay? So remember that. You have to keep your ethical self first. All right? I think that's very important. All right. Now, there's a book called who's heard of this book? 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Okay? It's called The 7 Habits. I want you to get this book because I think it's really good. Of highly effective people. Okay, it's Dr. Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey, C-O-V-E-Y. He came out with this book probably, I guess, about 20 years ago. I got the pleasure of meeting Dr. Stephen Covey at a one-on-one seminar. My former boss took us. He flew us to Utah when we were in Houston. And we had a whole weekend with this guy. And there's 7 habits. I don't have enough time to go over the 7 habits. This is one of the 7 habits. This is a life-changing book because it's practical information that will help you propel your leadership abilities, okay, to get you to where you want to be. He talks about this thing called an emotional bank account, and that we all make deposits into each other's emotional bank accounts. And then when things get rough, you can pull out a little deposit, a little withdrawal out of this emotional bank account. Now, it's all I'm going to say about that. I'm just going to make you remember those words, emotional bank account, and that will make you understand how this is going to help your VIMA business, okay? And take you to it's great. We want everybody to excel, but you've got to figure out tools on how to do that. All right. Now, next thing I'm going to talk about is you have to do something every day to work on your business. Now, we're not judging anybody, but honestly, only raise your hand if you do something every day toward developing your VIMA business. Okay, very good. That's very good. Okay? Okay. You need to do something to help your business every single day. It's all these little steps. Every day, you do a little bit more, you do a little bit more, you do a little bit more. There was this thing, there was a cartoon, and here's a man, and he's in a mine, and there's the wall, and he's picking and picking and picking, and he's almost to the end of the wall. But on the other side of the wall are diamonds. But he gave up too soon. In other words, all his riches were just one more step away, but he just said, this isn't going to work. Okay? I want you to remember that visualization when times get tough. Because times are going to get tough. We've seen it. It's happened to us numerous times. It's going to happen to you. You've probably seen it in your own family. Somebody's working and working and working, and they're not getting anywhere. It's not happening for them. But my answer to that is, stick with it one more day. Because that next day could be the change. Okay? So retention for you and retention for your people. And that's how you move ahead. Is that an easy concept to understand? Okay. What is that word called that I just talked about?
Retention.
Well, it's retention, but it's being consistent. Consistency. Being consistent. Doing something every day for your self-development, for your business, for your emotional bank accounts, for your relationships, and to hit your goals. Mark talked about goals. He talked about numbers. Well, he's talking about numbers and dollars and people, and I'm talking about the same thing. But nobody wakes up an ambassador in the morning, okay? You only wake up an ambassador after you've done a whole lot of work before to get to that. So you have to be consistent. And I find tracking numbers and talking to people that this is where you fall. Because you're on a roll and you're really excited, especially when you first start, you're so excited. And then it kind of wanes a little bit. And then if you're not getting your phone call from your leader or your friends and you're having some difficulties, you're not staying true to that. If you stay true to that, you will achieve your goals. Again, because it's a relationship business. And that's what happens. And people are like, they work so hard in the beginning, and they think, I've seen it happen in our group, okay? They get to star presidential. Ooh, I'm making money now. And then all of a sudden they go, oh, I'm gonna take a trip now. I'm gonna go take my girlfriend to Cancun for a week. I'm gonna go camping in such and such a place. I'm gonna go doing all these wonderful fun things, except you're not doing money-making activities, okay? And these things are money-making activities so that you have the money. And you know, we want you to have fun. I mean, we always tell Alex, well, Alex and Maddie, work hard, play hard, okay? Have a balance, because we're not robots and you'll be miserable. You'll hate yourself if you like go through life and all you do is work, work, work. But you can't just play, play, play. You can't just rest on your laurels and go, okay, I made it now, okay? Because we talked about it. You can always make more, you can always do more, and you're always gonna need more money to do other things. But don't get cocky, okay, when that moment comes and you go, I can do that, I can just take off for a while, it'll be fine. No, it's not, because all your people under you need you. They need you to be there, and you must be present for your people. And that's a thing that some of you don't do. And that's okay, I'm going to tell you that, but you've got to get back re-involved. The other thing is attitude. Attitude, we talk about positive mental attitude. You have to be positively excited about what you're doing. I can talk about Vima all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Why? Because I love the product, I love the company, I love the lifestyle it has given us, okay? I love what it's doing for the future of the youth of America. You guys are going to live in an unbelievable life that you don't even know you're going to have if you stick with this sucker long enough. Okay? It's just that simple. We've seen companies come and we've seen companies go. And we've analyzed this thing, and this is the real deal. You just have to hang in there and keep doing it, and you will have the ability at whatever point to do whatever you want. And that's real, and I'm not BSing you. So in the meantime, I want you to, and I'm stealing this from Mary Kay, fake it till you make it. Okay, Mary Kay Cosmetics. You know her, Mary Kay? I don't know if you know. Okay, yeah. All right. Phenomenal. That was another direct sales marketing company. Okay, lots of women making lots of money for many, many years. She passed away a few years ago. I got to see her home. She had a pink palace. You know, she had that pink color. Every time if you want a car, she gave you a pink Cadillac. And it wasn't a hot pink, it was kind of like a funky pink. Okay, but you knew, that broad, she's a Mary Kay consultant because she got herself that car. At least in Vima, they let us pick a nice classy car, which I'm really happy about. But she would say, ladies, fake it till you make it. And I'm going to say, ladies and gentlemen, fake it till you make it. Act like you're an ambassador now. Do the things an ambassador would do. Or a pinnacle in your case, because you're going to be right there. Okay? So you just act like that professional that you are, and you're going to be that person. I remember that when I got out of grad school, they said, dress like the position of the person's job that you want. In other words, when I started on the bottom rung, don't come in looking like, if I wanted the job of this one woman, she dressed in suits, she dressed in expensive shoes, she was just perfectly coiffed, she had her makeup, she had everything done. And at the time, my nails weren't done, didn't wear much makeup, needed a haircut, blah, blah, blah. So they said, dress like the person's job that you want. So if you want to be an ambassador, act like an ambassador, on and off the court, as they say. Like, don't get drunk and stoned, you know, and don't be that person and then, oh, okay, now I'm going to do my Vima business now. Okay, it doesn't work because you have to match both sides of you. And believe me, I've seen all that too. All right, I want you to be a mentor. Who's your mentor, guys? Who's your mentor? Well, I didn't hear that overwhelmingly. Colo, okay? Colo's your mentor. You look up to your mentor. You ask your mentor questions if you're having difficulties with something.